Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today. Thanks for tuning back into the channel, much appreciated. And just got off Grand Lake, Oklahoma down here. Had a on the water lesson today. Did a little deep cranking, a little football heading. And I'll probably put a video up tomorrow on that, of the day that we had today here, unless you guys check it out tomorrow, so you might tune out for that. And hey, anyway, if you guys are interested in booking any on the water lesson with me, just shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler, and I can give you a bunch of details on that. I take people out on Table Rock, Stockton, Grand, Bull Shoals, you know, Lake of the Ozarks, a lot of different places around here. So anyway, today's video, I'm going to give you guys, from what I did today a little bit down there, about the whole topic of why you should fish barefooted in the boat. And I'm going to sort of, you know, try to talk you guys into it because I think it's the best way to go on it. So I fished barefooted for years in a boat, and even in the cold weather, I usually wear sandals with some type of a thick sock or some type of a neoprene sock on it. And if I don't have the sandals on, I've usually got tennis shoes and some type of socks, and I fish just in my sock feet, which is basically barefooted. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about this. And you can also, check out and talk to Aaron Martins about it too, because Aaron fishes barefoot in the boat too all the time. I think Odd to Photos too. There's quite a few guys that do it. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the reasons why you want to fish barefoot in the boat. First of all, I think that a lot of anglers, they insulate themselves too much from the elements. The elements, sun, wind, cold, heat, rain, all that type of stuff, they are life-giving forces to us. And, I don't want to be insulated from it. I want to be able to experience as much of that as I can. And one of the things that I can tell you from spending a lifetime outdoors in the heat and the cold and extremities is that you can't fight the cold and you can't fight the heat. You have got to learn to let it flow through you and take away its energy. Once you do that, it has a lot less impact on it, because being cold or being hot is simply a state of mind. And a good example I'll give you, say for example you're fishing and it's 20 degrees out and you're cold, or if it's 100 degrees out and you're hot, and you hook a 7 or 8 pound bass. You forget about that. I mean, for a split second or for however long you got that fish on, you don't know that it's 20 degrees or 100 degrees. You've been distracted by that. So mentally, you have the ability to transcend any discomfort from heat and cold. So that's the number one thing, is I want the least amount of clothes on that I can have, because I don't want to get cut off from those elements. The second aspect of it is the fact that going without shoes in a boat makes you more stealthy. One of the biggest things that cracks me up is I see these guys that go bass fishing. They got these big clunky boots on. They think they need to have some big boots to insulate them when it's cold, or they got to have rain boots. That's ridiculous, guys. I don't care how cold it is. If it's 0 when I take out in the morning for an instructional trip on jerkbaits at Table Rock Lake, I've got 1 or 2 things on. I've got my tennis shoes on with a pair of insulated socks, or I've got my sandals on with a pair of insulated socks. You have to let your feet have got to be able to have circulation in them, and boots do not keep them warm on that. Moving around is what keeps them warm. If you've got a good pair of insulated socks on there and you keep moving, you're not going to have any problems at all. I never ever wear boots when I'm fishing. I'm either barefooted, or I've got sandals on, or I've got tennis shoes on. And the only times that I do that, where I'm not barefooted, is, say for example like today when we were on Grand Lake, I was barefooted all day long until the end of the day when the carpet got super hot. So I put my tennis shoes back on because it was just burning my feet a little bit on there. And the same when it's cold. I mean, most of the time when it's cold, I'm fishing just in sock feet, and even if it's 20 degrees out, I got a pair of insulated socks, have no problem at all with that. The advantage that you have like that is you can move around in the boat with a lot more quieter motions. Your feet are lighter, you're not near as clumsy. I can go from the front deck to the driver's seat. I can move around all over the boat, and it's almost like I'm tiptoeing around. My in the boat movements are so much quieter when I'm barefooted versus when you got big clunky shoes on. And I think this is a big deal. You know, I think stealth is an overlooked part of bass fishing that a lot of people don't give enough credit. When I'm fishing, I want to keep my in the boat movements to a minimum. I want to keep my talking to a minimum. I want to be able to sneak up on those bass, and that's just another advantage of it by not having shoes. Another big advantage about not wearing shoes is running your trolling motor. When you don't have shoes on, you have a lot more freedom of movement in your ankles. You know, if you've got boots on, those big clunky boots on, and try to run a trolling motor, you cut off so much of your ability for your ankles and your feet to move. So by taking those boots off, taking those shoes off, and going barefooted, that allows me to even more efficiently and effectively, you know, run a trolling motor without shoes. And the third thing is the fact that I just think it's better for your posture. It's like, you know, standing barefoot in a boat, for me, it helps keep my neck and my spine and my back in line. I don't have any problems with that. My feet don't get sore. And, you know, it's something that you have to get conditioned to, because if you just start doing it, you know, and you haven't done it before, it's going to take your feet a while to get conditioned to it. So anyway, guys, I just wanted just a quick tip today. I just wanted to give that, you know, throw that piece of advice out there. I know some of you guys out there are going to react to it the way you react to anything when I give you guys an opinion piece. You're going to say, oh, he's stupid, that's ridiculous, he's crazy, he's just trying to get clickbait. No, that's not what this is, guys. I fish barefoot 80% of the time, you know, and there's a lot of other pros that do the same thing, because it's simply a better way to fish. It's a lot more efficient, it's quiet, it's stealthy, it's better for you, get you more in tune with the elements as far as the environment goes. And give it a try. You know, if you haven't tried it, don't knock it until you try it. You know, if you don't like standing out there just completely barefooted with nothing on it, get you a good pair of insulated socks, get you a pair of thin socks for the summer. If it's raining out, get you a pair of neoprene socks. And that's another thing, if it's raining out, you know, almost any shoe or boot will keep you wet. Not only keeps you wetter, it's so heavy on you. And if it's super cold, and say if it's 40 degrees and raining, I've got a pair of neoprene socks on, barefoot in the boat with neoprene socks, and it works just great. So give it a try. Let me know. You know, give it a try for the next 2 or 3 trips before you know, come at me with an opinion that you think this is ridiculous. But don't knock it until you try it. So anyway, just a quick tip today. Hope you guys are doing good today, and see y'all later.